Welcome to Wonderslate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates. Topic for today's quiz is SSC CGL Tier 1 2012 exam paper. Question number 1. Which kind of veto can the President make use of with regard to bills by the Parliament? Option A. Suspensive. Option B. Pocket and suspensive. Option C. Qualified. Option D. All the above. The correct answer is Option B. Pocket and suspensive. The power of veto refers to the power of the executive to override any act of the legislature. This is a very special privilege. Veto power can of the following types dash. Absolute veto, withholding of assent to the bill passed by the legislature. Qualified veto, which can be overridden by the legislature with a higher majority. Suspensive veto, which can be overridden by the legislature with an ordinary majority. Pocket veto, taking no action on the bill passed by the legislature. Question number 2. In which country does the Speaker, soon after getting elected, sever all kinds of relations with his party? Option A. France. Option B. Canada. Option C. USA. Option D. England. The correct answer is Option D. England. The Speaker of a deliberative assembly, especially a legislative body, is its presiding officer, or the chair. The title was first used in 1377 in England. Question number 3. Gandhian economy emphasizes on Option A. Political and social values. Option B. Socialist and economic values. Option C. Humanitarian and cultural values. Option D. Spiritual and religious values. The correct answer is Option B. Socialist and economic values. Gandhian economics is a school of economic thought based on the socio-economic principles expounded by Mahatma Gandhi, and it is characterized by its affinity to the principles and objectives of non-violent humanistic socialism, but with a rejection of violent class war and promotion of socio-economic harmony. Question number 4. Which country's constitution is a mixture of both parliamentary and presidential forms of government? Option A. USA. Option B. Germany. Option C. France. Option D. Great Britain. The correct answer is Option C. France. France has a semi-presidential system of government, with both a president and a prime minister. The prime minister is responsible to the French parliament. Question number 5. Which ruler paid considerable attention to irrigation and public works? Option A. Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Option B. Alauddin Khilji. Option C. Firoz Tughlaq. Option D. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. The correct answer is Option C. Firoz Tughlaq. Firoz Tughlaq, a cousin brother of Muhammad Tughlaq, ascended the throne after the death of Muhammad Tughlaq, who was issueless and loved Firoz Tughlaq very much. Question number 6. The Ilbert Bill was introduced during the time of Option A. Curzon. Option B. Minto. Option C. Lytton. Option D. Ripon. The correct answer is Option D. Ripon. The Ilbert Bill was a bill formally introduced on the 9th of February 1883 during the viceroyship of the Marquis of Ripon, which was drafted by Sir Courtenay Peregrine Ilbert, the legal member of the Council of the Governor-General of India. Question number 7. The Muslim League was founded in 1906 at Option A. Dhaka. Option B. Karachi. Option C. Aligarh. Option D. Meerut. The correct answer is Option A. Dhaka. The All India Muslim League was rooted in 1906 in Dhaka. It emerged from the Aligarh movement, formed originally to promote a modern education for Muslims. Question number 8. In which language was Chachnama written originally? Option A. Turki. Option B. Prakrit. Option C. Arabic. Option D. Persian. The correct answer is Option C. Arabic. The Chachnama is Arab or Muslim genre writing, a pleasant story of conquest, and it was written 500 years after the conquest of Sindh. The author was Persian. His source was an Arabic manuscript preserved by the family of the conqueror, bin Qasim. Question number 9. Gita Govinda was written by Option A. Jayadeva. Option B. Namdev. Option C. Shankara. Option D. Manickava Sagar. The correct answer is Option A. Jayadeva. The poem was written in Sanskrit by Jayadeva, who was attached to the Bengali court of King Lakshmana Sena, late 12th century. The highly original form of the poem, which inspired many later imitations, intersperses the recitative stanzas with 24 8-line songs. Question number 10. The 2004-09 foreign trade policy gave emphasis to Option A. Export promotion. Option B. Long-term trade relations. Option C. Import substitution. Option D. Increasing customs duty. The correct answer is Option A. Export promotion. The new foreign trade policy of the Union government was unveiled by Commerce Minister Shri Kamal Nath on August 31, 2004. With foreign trade largely freed and import duties falling progressively, the policy has necessarily restricted itself to a facilitating role rather. This policy stated, trade is not an end in itself, but a means to economic growth. To double India's percentage share of global merchandise trade by 2009. India had a share of 0.8% in foreign trade between 2003 to 2004. The target in this policy was set to achieve 1.5% share in world trade by 2009. It was 1.1% in 2005 and 1.2% in 2006, and in May 2007 it had touched 1.5%. Question number 11. Markets fail when Option A. They equalize the aggregate consumer and producer surplus. Option B. They escalate the aggregate consumer and producer surplus. Option C. They do not maximize the aggregate consumer and producer surplus. Option D. They maximize aggregate consumer and producer surplus. The correct answer is Option C. They do not maximize the aggregate consumer and producer surplus. In economics, markets are viewed as coordination mechanisms between individual producers and consumers. Markets collect all information on supply and demand and, consequently, determine the price which equalizes both. In perfectly functioning markets, individual suppliers and consumers do not need to monitor what others are doing, but knowing the market price is sufficient to optimize their decisions. If the costs of producing one additional unit, i.e. the marginal costs, are below the market price, it is efficient for a producer to produce that unit. Question number 12. Neglect of agriculture in the development process will lead to Option A. Lower levels of production. Option B. Severe bottlenecks in overall development. Option C. Insufficient savings. Option D. Shortage of foreign exchange. The correct answer is Option B. Severe bottlenecks in overall development. Neglect of agriculture in the development process will lead to severe bottlenecks in overall development. Question number 13. Monopolistic competition produces Option A. Close substitutes. Option B. Perfect substitutes. Option C. Complementary goods. Option D. Homogeneous goods. The correct answer is Option A. Close substitutes. Since in monopolistic competition, products are close substitutes of each other, they have high positive cross-elasticities. The market for the product of one firm is not separate from the markets of its rival firms. Question number 14. A socialist economy is Option A. An egalitarian economy. Option B. A planned economy. Option C. A non-planned economy. Option D. A democratic economy. The correct answer is option B. A planned economy. Socialism includes the collective ownership of the means of production, central planning of the economy, and the emphasis on equality and economic security with the goal of reducing class distinctions. Question number 15. That India is a secular state is implied in the phrase. Option A. Social justice. Option B. Dignity of the individuals. Option C. Equality of status. Option D. Liberty of faith and worship. The correct answer is option D. Liberty of faith and worship. The people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign socialist secular democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. Question number 16. Opium is a plant product obtained from option A. Roots. Option B. Stem bark. Option C. Dried leaves. Option D. Dried latex. The correct answer is option D. Dried latex. Opium is dried latex obtained from the seed capsules of the opium poppy Papaver somniferum. Approximately 12% of opium is made up of the analgesic alkaloid morphine, which is processed chemically to produce heroin and other synthetic opioids. Question number 17. Which one among the following is not a unit of weight? Option A. Pound. Option B. Kilogram. Option C. Gram. Option D. Dine. The correct answer is option D. Dine. The dyne is defined as the force required to accelerate a mass of 1 gram at a rate of 1 centimeter per second squared. An equivalent definition of the dyne is that force which, acting for 1 second, will produce a change of velocity of 1 centimeter per second in a mass of 1 gram. Question number 18. The materials which are weakly repelled by magnets are called option A. Ferromagnetic materials. Option B. Amagnetic materials. Option C. Paramagnetic materials. Option D. Diamagnetic materials. The correct answer is option D. Diamagnetic materials. The materials which are weakly repelled by the magnetic field are known as diamagnetic materials. Question number 19. What is the distance of distinct vision for a normal eye? Option A. 37.5 centimeters. Option B. 50 centimeters. Option C. 12.5 centimeters. Option D. 25 centimeters. The correct answer is option D. 25 centimeters. Near point of least distinct vision. It is the distance from the eyes up to which eyes can have a clear vision is called least distinct vision. It is about 25 cms for a normal healthy eye. Question number 20. A body which is a good absorber of heat is also a option A. Good reflector. Option B. Cannot be predicted. Option C. Good radiator. Option D. Bad radiator. The correct answer is option C. Good radiator. A black body is an example of a good absorber of heat as well as a good emitter of heat. The ease with which a black body can absorb an incoming photon is the reverse process of emitting the one. Question number 21. Which was a precursor to the Internet? Option A. Extranet. Option B. Usenet. Option C. Intranet. Option D. ARPANET. The correct answer is option D. ARPANET. Today marks 50 years since ARPANET carried its very first message between two computers at UCLA and Stanford. Question number 22. In Java, comma_ is an independent sequential flow of control within a process. Option A. Thread. Option B. Exception. Option C. Applet. Option D. Method. The correct answer is option A. Thread. Each instruction sequence has its own unique flow of control that is independent of all others. These independently executed instruction sequences are known as threads. The CPU quickly switches back and forth between several threads to create the illusion that the threads are executing at the same time. Question number 23. The color of cow's milk is slightly yellowish due to the presence of option A. riboflavin, option B. carotene, option C. ribulose, option D. xanthophyll. The correct answer is option B. carotene. Carotenoid is a precursor of vitamin A which gets converted into enterocytes and hepatocytes of animals. It is a fat-soluble pigment responsible for the yellow color of milk and milk products like cream, butter, ghee, etc. Beta-carotene is an antioxidant that serves various immune regulatory properties. Question number 24. Which of the following is not caused or aggravated by air pollution? Option A. Asthma. Option B. Pneumonia. Option C. Tuberculosis. Option D. Chronic bronchitis. The correct answer is option B. Pneumonia. Pneumonia is an infection that inflames the air sacs in one or both lungs. The air sacs may fill with fluid or pus, purulent material, causing cough with phlegm or pus, fever, chills, and difficulty breathing. A variety of organisms, including bacteria, viruses, and fungi, can cause pneumonia. Question number 25. Magnetic equator is closely associated with option A. Natural calamities. Option B. Fishing ground. Option C. Tidal current. Option D. Satellite launching. The correct answer is option D. Satellite launching. The magnetic equator is defined as the line around the Earth where the magnetic field is horizontal or parallel to the Earth's surface. It does not circle the Earth as a smooth line like the geographic equator, but instead, it meanders north and south, as shown. Thank you for watching the video. If you'd like practice this quiz, then download the Wonderslate app now, link in the description below. If you have any suggestion for us, feel free to leave comments. If you liked the video and want to see more of it, hit the thumbs up and don't forget to click on subscribe button to get more updates of the future videos.